side. And this is about love. So, listening to a 50 Cent documentary, um, I told y'all earlier, I was talking about different celebrities that I watched on different things. Jocelyn Hernandez, Amber Rose. I never got a chance to finish saying, what was so unique about Amber Rose outside of her beauty. People were saying she's slut, this, that, and the other. But when you hear her talk and saw the way that she acted on Drink Champs, it's the total opposite. To me, she's boring and stiff. She's nice, but she's boring and stiff. I don't, you know. So I think really that's probably why Wiz didn't want to be with her more. She looks good, all of that, but it was probably too boring after a while, right? But you saw how she took care of herself on that Drink Champs thing because they was trying to get her to do weed. She was like, no, but she smoked cigarettes, which I think is nasty. But she said no, and I saw the other side of Nori too, where things could be misconstrued as a good thing. And his wife was here because he kept trying to push her to have a drink or to have a smoke. Peer pressure, good lord. And this man is like 40 years old, at the time. Or and so let's talk about 50 Cent a little bit. 50 Cent been through a lot. To talk about how Jocelyn Hernandez is saying, on one thing she shows that she could be a bi, what. But on the other part, she was always in tears. She was kind of crying to Noriega, like, that's her real brother, crying to her, him. And they were very caring and considerate of her. And what was funny to me was like the Amber Rose interview and the Jocelyn Hernandez interview are like two sides of the same coin. Amber Rose, she was the one that was scared and offended, maybe needed somebody to walk her to the bathroom, all kinds of things, right? The Jocelyn Hernandez interview, I mean, it's like the guys needed to be protected from her because, and it caught me by surprise too, because she would say things that were like so shocking, and you just like, and Noriega would come out and be like, I wasn't ready for that. So she had the guys kind of like, holding their breath because she would come left field with something real crazy, and it was true. She wasn't scared of the dude. She could talk about anything and not get offended. If anything, and she didn't mean anything by it, but it was stuff that you're not used to hearing from a female, and it just really it shocked me. I was like, oh my gosh. But the same with 50 Cent, about how I told y'all how and y'all see me sit and cry about myself and oh my God, I'm not going nowhere in life and people do not like me and blah blah blah. But people didn't like them either. People did not like them either. 50 Cent talked about how Ja Rule and his crew stabbed him and stabbed his crew and all this and all that, and they tried to take his life and all kinds of stuff. And then it got to the point where, they were talking about Nas and, his early days, 50 Cent's early days, and how he was supposed to be on the album with Jennifer Lopez because he was with Puffy. But then, Gotti crew got in it. And they were like, this dude this dude is really what he say, what he rap about in these records. What happens when he gets mad at J Lo and he kills her or something. And so then they were like, okay, okay. So they went and got Nas to do the part, and 50 was tearing things up about how they say that they think that Nas doesn't like. I mean, 50 doesn't like Nas. And he was like, nah. To be honest, I don't have any beef with him, anything like that. And you saw the soft side of 50 Cent came out. He was real open and genuine about it. He was like, to be honest, I was really hurt. I was hurt that he didn't at least call me and say something to me. And it looks like Nas don't put other people on. He was with the firm or whatever. He could have got these other folks on. He didn't. And and it's like he always wants to stand off by himself. It's like he had opportunity to put people on and he don't. And then he was hurt because he thought that was his boy because he was the first person that put him on, took him on tour. He could have took other people, but he took him. But he didn't call him and say anything. When Puffy replaced 50 Cent on the album with him. And it's very interesting to see the soft side of people you think are jerks, you think are hard, and that type of thing. It's just like the same dynamic when I went to see, I think it's the Whitey Bulger movie, right? This is a long time ago, 10 years ago or so. And Whitey Bulger was this horrible, horrible guy. I don't even remember what the thing was, but he was horrible. He was like beating and raping young girls that looked, I mean, he was awful, you guys. But what was really weird to me and scared me is as the story went on, I started to understand him and I kind of felt sorry for him in the end. He lived his whole life and at the very end he was a senior citizen about ready to die when they actually caught him. So it's some real truth behind the saying, to know someone is to love someone. And maybe that's a lot of times why some people don't want to get to know people, or society won't let you get to know people because they don't want you to understand their stories, because once you understand them, I don't know. That's why I guess everyone is valid. And I say, and that's why a lot of times I look at myself and how, sometimes my feelings really do get hurt because, I'm just like, I wouldn't have never treated nobody like that. But people, have to protect themselves in their space. And sometimes the things you don't think are threatening to them. And when I say threatening, I mean because you're not doing well in life. Like one guy said, he don't want no misery around him. People don't want that around him because it threatens to change their lifestyle. It threatens to change their mindset when they've been getting quite along pretty well with whatever mindset they got, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, in somebody else's perception. Anyways, I just wanted to share that. I saw a very side of 50, uniquely soft side of 50. He really said, people think I have a beef with us, but I don't. He was like, it comes off as aggressive because it comes out easier when it's aggressive. But really, I'm hurt. I was hurt. How real is that, right? Anyways, peace out.